Okay, welcome. This is a video mainly for myself for in the future, but I thought it would be a fun thing to post it on YouTube, so feel free to listen. This is my personal update on my trading so far this year to date, and I will go over my trades and how it has performed relative to the index. So today is the 24th October 2022. So my performance year to date, my trading portfolio is up 4% versus the Nasdaq, which is down about roughly 31% year to date. And I have done 16 trades, which 9 of these have been a loss and 7 of those have been a profit. And the losses have been no more than 0.2% of my entire portfolio, so that is why my portfolio is up, while I have lost more trades than my profitable trades. And I will start to trade heavier and go in more when more of the non-cyclical stocks are setting up, because right now the only thing that is pretty much going up is the oil sector and some other cyclical stocks which I'm not really interested in. So I will go over 2 of my winning stocks and 1 of my losing stocks, and which you will see is that pretty much every trade I do is gonna look the same, because that's my strategy. I want to become extremely good at one strategy and one strategy only, and I am following the Mark Minervini's VCP pattern, and that is the only setup I will ever trade. And those can look quite similar to a cup and handle, but I will combine the technical VCP setup with the strong fundamentals, which will contribute to a greater move. So the first stock out is Arctic Paper, which is a Swedish company. The ticker is ARP. So I studied this chart. I looked it up when it was on this day, I think, somewhere. And when it built this base, I was setting my stop loss for here. So on this day I set up my stop loss for a buy stop loss on here, and just the next day it broke out and my purchase went through on this day exactly at this price. So right after that I set my stop loss right under the what do you call these, low of the day, just right under the low of the day, and the stop loss was on -5%, and I got a gain of about 30%, so it's a good risk-reward ratio. And I followed this stock all the way here, and it built its first small base and then it broke out again, and I got stopped out on this wick right here. So it moved up here and I was in the stock right here, but then I set my stop loss right here. So the next day I got stopped out on this wick here. So this trade got me a 30% gain. The next stock is Rhythm Pharmaceuticals, maybe pronouncing it wrong. The ticker is RYTM, and this is the same. This was a power play. It moved up, I think, about 120%. Then it built its base here, and as you can see, it's a VCP pattern. So it broke out here on extreme high volume, and then it retraced with descending with the decreasing volume, which we want to see. And on this day here, when there was no price moves, I put my stop loss. I put my purchase stop loss right here. So I bought it on this day. So on the same day I was down, I think 2%. But the next day it broke out, and it broke out 3 days in a row. And I put my stop loss right here at 8%. And then it broke out, and I sold it for about 36%. I set my stop loss here. So I think it was on this day or this day, I can't really remember. I think it was on the green candle day. I set my stop loss right under here. So 2 days later I got stopped out, and I sold it just at the bottom, which was unfortunate. But that's the name of the game. And the day after it went up the same amount, and then it broke out. But yeah, it was nothing I could do about that. It's just a part of the game. But this trade got me a 36% return, which I'm happy about. The key things to take away here is the classical VCP pattern. It's a relative short base, but it was a power play. And another key you want to see is the decreasing volume. So that was the two main things I was looking out for here. And it had great fundamentals also. And I forgot to mention the stock before. When I bought it here, the same thing went here with the volume. It was decreasing as the price action was tightening up, which is you want to see, and I'm gonna make another video for that, why you want to see it, but it's gonna take too long. So the stock that I lost, one of the stock, I lost a lot of trades, but one of those was Calmain Foods, ticker CALM, and here you can see a much longer base, and the volume got really low at the bottom, which you want to see, and it has some key green volume days with quite good price movement. And I bought it right here when the stock broke out of its base, so I bought it right there, and I put my stop loss right under the low of the day, and it just went sideways for a few days, and then it broke down and triggered my stop loss. So I lost about 3.3% on that loss, and then I just removed it and forgot about it. But actually these percentages doesn't really matter, because I will never go into a trade where if I lose that trade it will exceed 0.2% of my portfolio. So if I lose a trade, it's a relatively short small amount, I would say, and the winning trades is much larger. So just because of that I can lose a lot and just get a few winners but still make a profit, which you can see here. My portfolio is up 4%. However, I have had 9 losses but only 7 profits, but still I'm up. And that is even with a really bad market. 2022 has been a really nasty market, but I have managed to actually be in plus 4%, which I'm happy about. So I look forward to 2023, and I hope the market will be a lot healthier, so I can implement the same trading strategy on a healthy market and see where that takes me. It has been a good year 2021 and 2022, and I hope it will get the same for 2023. This year I have traded relatively little because stocks have not been setting up, and my strategy is to only trade one setup, but I haven't seen many of these setups because the market has been so bad. So that's why. Okay, that's it for now. I will make another update depending on how the market goes, but I will not upload so frequently if the market stays this choppy, but I will post more frequently when I am trading more simply. Okay, that's for now. Bye.